Good afternoon, student. Today we are taking our second lecture. The period of our period is the history, and the topic is Indian historiography, various ideological framework. So before going to start the what is the given into the ideological framework, before that we think about the three words or explain what is the meaning of that three words. That is the first. It is known as the colonization. Second word, it is known as the imperialism. And third meaning, it is known as the nationalism. Now why we get the three words and why we need, there is the explanation of the three words. Why learn about the various ideology. So this various ideology which is known as the historiography, that historiography, it means it is known as the history, that it is the history, it is known as the past events, and according into the past event, these all the three words, that is the colonization, imperialism and the nationalism, three words are related to that the past event. So due to that reason we take the explanation. Now what is the colonization? This colonization, it means it is known as the colony. That colony, it is known as the setup of colony. This setup of colony, it means it is known as the, these colonies had been settled by the British government in our India before the period of the 115 years. So according to that we learn the setup of the colony, that establishment of colony by British government in India for the purpose of political and economical power, power, it means it is known as the colonization. So I hope you understand what is the definition of the colonization. That colonization, it is known as, आपण त्याला colonizationला मराठीमध्ये वसाहतवाद म्हणतो, की ब्रिटिश सरकारने भारतामध्ये येऊन आपल्या काही ज्या कॉलनी एस्टॅब्लिश केल्या साम्राज्य वाढवण्यासाठी, इट मीन्स इट इज नोन ॲज द colonization. Then we learn about what is the meaning of the imperialism. That imperialism, it means it is known as the साम्राज्य, त्याला मराठीत साम्राज्यवाद आपण असं म्हणत असतो. For what purpose there is a taking the imperialism? Just they wanted to maintain their rule on Indian. So due to that reason it is known as the imperialism. Then third, nationalism. That nationalism, it means it is known as the to love about our nation. This nationalistic feeling create the love about our nation. So these three things are important into the ideological framework. So I hope you will learn the three words colonization, imperialism and nationalism. Apart from the study about the colonization, imperialism and nationalism, we study about the whatever the ideological framework given into the historiography, whatever the, according to that there is the first ideological, that first ideological, it is known as the colonial historiography. So this we write down here, that is the colonial historiography. Now what is the given into the colonial historiography? That is in the period of the 1922, the period of 1937. What happened in the period of the 1922 to 1937? We very well know that what is the colonization. That colonization, it means it is known as the setup of the colony by the British government. These things were happen into the past event. Whatever the past event happened, that is also studied by the scholars. After the study by the scholars, they knew about what happened into the past event. So due to that reason they wanted to present in the book. So due to that reason they maintained their book. It is known as the 5 volumes. The book name of that the 5 volumes, it is the Cambridge of the Indian History in the period of the 1922 to 1937. It means it is known as the colonial historiography. Then second, whatever the given into the second historiography, that second historiography, it is related to, that is the Oriental historiography. Now we get the deep explanation what is the meaning of the Oriental historiography. First we learn what is the meaning of the Oriental historiography. That Orient, it means it is known as, we can say it is known as the great scholar. Now what is the great scholar? It means it is known as the intellectual person who has the deep knowledge about the particular field or the particular topic. It means it is known as the scholar. But according to the Oriental historiography, it is related to the scholar. This scholar related to the European, and they show the curiosity to study about the Indian history. So that's why it is known as the Oriental historiography. So I think you should write down these all the points in your notebook. We take the once again the brief explanation about the Oriental historiography. So you note down these all the points. Okay. So we learned the Oriental historiography. Then while learned Oriental historiography, we divided into the 5 category. That is the first to get the idea, European scholar. Then second, study the similarities. Then third, it is the 1784, which is related to the Sir William Jones and the Frederick Max Muller, and at last the Edward. So now how we get the explanation according to the European scholar. While learned the Oriental historiography, we first get the idea what is the Oriental historiography. Orient, it means it is known as the scholars. Okay. This is scholar. According to the European scholar, whatever the European scholar, they show their interest. They show their interest to study Indian tradition. When the European scholars show their interest to study the Indian tradition, so that time they make the differences between the Sanskrit and the Indo-European languages. While making the differences between the Sanskrit and the Indo-European languages, then apart from that, they focus their attention towards the Vedic literature and the Sanskrit. After that, they come to the point that whatever the origin of the Indo-European language, that all the ancient language came from the Sanskrit. After the study of that, the history. Then according to the whatever the study of the similarities, find the study of the similarities, and after find the study of the similarities, they get the origin of the all languages, that is the Sanskrit. What happened into the period of the 1784? The 1784, the Sir William Jones had established the Asiatic Society into the Kolkata for the study of the history. Then apart from the Frederick Max Muller, while learning the work of the Frederick Max Muller, so we grade the special thanks to the Frederick Max Muller. According to that, whatever the work had been done by the Frederick Max Muller, that was the remarkable work. According to that, whatever the books which is in a Sanskrit language, that book transferred into the German language by the Frederick Max Muller. That is the 2 books. First it is known as the Hitopadesh, and second it is the Rigveda. These 2 books, that Hitopadesh and the Rigveda, these 2 books in a Sanskrit, that 2 books is transferred into the German language. Then apart from the whatever the Edward, then Edward also throw the light on the point of the imperialism. According to that, it means it is known as the Oriental historiography. What we learned by the Oriental historiography, while giving the explanation, just try to understand the point. Whatever the European scholar wanted to study the Indian tradition, so that's why they show their curiosity. After show their curiosity, they make the differences between the Indian language and the European language. After, due to that reason, they are going to through this procedure, and whatever the scholar had been done the work into the Oriental historiography in the period of the 1784, work done by the Sir William Jones and the Frederick Max Muller. And according to the Edward, these all it is known as the scholar who related to European. So due to that reason, whatever the work had been done by them into the historiography by the critical examination, so due to that reason it is known as the history. And these all the people they are known as the intellectual persons. So due to that reason it is known as the Orientalists. So we combine these all the combination, it means it is known as the Oriental historiography. After the study of the Oriental historiography, learn about the nationalistic historiography. Now what is the meaning of the nationalistic historiography? That nationalistic historiography, it means it is known as the how to create the love about the nation, how that whatever the nationalistic historiography, how that the movement for the nation, how to create the battle between the Indian government and the British government, that is the for example of the war of the independence war of the 1857, त्याला आपण 1857 युद्ध म्हणू शकतो. So due to that reason, we take the deep explanation about the nationalistic historiography. So first write down these all the points given here which is related to the Oriental historiography. Then we look out what is the nationalistic historiography. Then come to the point nationalistic historiography. While learn about the nationalistic historiography, we learn the nationalistic historiography while taking the help of the 3 points. That is the first, Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar, V.K. Rajwade, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, that was the Indian War of Independence 1857. So student, are you get the idea about after learn the 3 points? I think you don't understand what is the given. So according to first we explain what? That nationalistic historiography, that nationalistic, it is known as the nation. That nation, it is known as the national love. that national love, the feeling of national love, it was created by the nationalistic historiography. This historiography, it means it is known as the history. So according to that, which type of the national history related, we study whatever the national history, which history belong to the British government. So according to that, we learn about that the whatever the nationalistic historiography, we learn about the Vishnu Shastri Chipurkar, V.K. Rajwade and Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. In short, we learn about that the means whatever the opinion. For example, when we think about historiography, so according to this historiography, it means it is known as the critical examination, and according to the nationalistic. So whatever the history of the nation, for example, if we learn the before the era of the 150 years, ज्यावेळेस भारतामध्ये इंग्रजांचे राज्य होते त्यावेळेस कि whatever the battle fought by the Indian leaders and the British government, so whatever the happened between them, this story it is known as the nationalistic historiography. So according to that, whatever the great freedom fighter fought the battle in the period of the before the 150 years, that story it is done, that story or that thing was written by the British government. But according to that the claim has been done by the Vishnu Shastri Chipurkar, whatever the explanation or whatever the theory put by the British government in their book according to the Indian history, that was not. So this thing was totally simply criticized by the Vishnu Shastri Chipurkar. Apart from the Vishnu Shastri Chipurkar, there are a lot of the leaders who fought the battle in the British government. Then second, according to that, we think he is whatever the V.K. Rajwade, that V.K. Rajwade it is also known as the great Indian leaders who belong to the battle before the 150 years. So according to the V.K. Rajwade, he did not tell about the whatever happened into the past history. He also explained to us we should also create own history for the making the history. Then apart from the, if you think about the Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, so Vinayak Damodar Savarkar also write down the one book that was the name of the Indian War of Independence in the period of the 1857 की 1857 जे युद्ध झालं ते भारतामध्ये किती महत्त्वाचं होतं याविषयीचे वर्णन केलं आहे. त्या बुकांचं नाव आहे इंडियन वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडन्स विच वॉज रिटन बाय द विनायक दामोदर सावरकर. Student, what idea we get by the learn these 3 points while learning the nationalistic historiography? That nationalistic historiography, it means it is known as how these all the things create the love about the nation, and after the creation of the love about the nation, how this feeling helpful to fought the battle against the British government. So these all the things explained into the nationalistic historiography. We are not going to the too deep much point into the nationalistic historiography. We just take the short time of the nationalistic historiography. So you should only learn about these 3 points which is given into the nationalistic historiography, and I hope you learned that all these points. For example, whatever they learned the colonial, it is known as the colonization. Then we learn about the Oriental historiography. At last we learn about the nationalistic historiography. So these all the 3 points are very important for the view of the examination. You make the short notes in your notebook and try to make the whole concept clear whatever given into this learn. So it is our subtopic whatever the given the Indian historiography or of Indian ideological framework here is totally finished. In the next video lecture we learn about the whatever the leaders who has worked into the post independence era which is related to the subaltern history, Marxist history and the feminist history. So तब तक के लिए रुकते. Okay, thank you.